Greetings, my name is Adit. I work as a dive master in Nasijaha Dive Center here in Ternate, North Maluku, Indonesia. North Maluku resides at the eastern part of Indonesia, and its entire region is at the center of CTI, or Coral Triangle Initiative. Nowadays, most of famous diving destinations are in the eastern part of Indonesia, such as Bunaken, Lembe, Wakatobi, Ambon, and Surili Raja Ampat. This makes this part of Indonesia unique, but North Maluku in particular should be the most unique among others. The Wallace line that was suggested by Sir Alfred Russel Wallace, based on his research on flora and fauna in Halmahera Island, North Maluku, is one of the reasons. He even wrote his idea about survival of the fittest to Charles Darwin in his letter that also known as the Letter of Ternate. Imagine if he was also a diver back then, since we all know that marine life is more diverse than land life. Recent discoveries about the new species of walking shark or epaulet shark in Ternate prove the underwater diversity of North Maluku. Recent surveys by Mark Edmund and Gary Allen also stated that North Maluku or the Halmahera has marine life biodiversity richness in hard coral, mantis shrimp, danish, and even believe that this region is a genetic break or genetic mixing area. And based on our documentation, there are also found some other macro highlights such as Lembesi dragon, pygmy seahorse, shrimps, and many variations of nudibranchs. Despite of the recent new species discoveries of the walking shark, local people has already had a local name for that shark. It's called Gurango Haga. Gurango means shark, and Haga means stare or staring or looking. This may be because of its relatively calm or not making too much movement when they are facing human. The elder even stated that it is boboso to capture or eat them. Boboso means bad luck or also forbidden. We don't really know the reason behind that local wisdom. Other local wisdom that we do know the effect to the underwater life is jere. Jere means sacred. Most of the locations that were stated as jere by the elder have a relatively good underwater condition. Either there are still healthy corals, lot of fish, or both. Maybe because the locals are afraid or respect the sacred area to avoid bad luck, so they are not doing any irresponsible things such as bomb or poison fishing. In most developed residential island in North Maluku, the underwater environment threats are come from a different variety of source. One is from sea transportation, such as a boat anchor or machine oil spills. The other is lack of people awareness to put trash into a trash can. Combined with the unmanaged city drainage, all of those trashes eventually wash down to the city shoreline when hard rain comes. Last, but maybe not least, is the sea reclamation in the name of cities development. Those threats are mostly done by so-called educated people. They may be uneducated adult people and possibly know the impact to the ecological sustainability for future generation, but just simply ignore and say to themselves that those are not their problems, or they think that the ocean is very vast and the impact to the ecological sustainability will be just a little. In my opinion, as part of our responsibility to our future generations, we should teach or at least introducing children about the concept of ecological conservation, at least through a simple daily thing such as putting trash into a trash can. The reason is because they are the one that will eventually affected by the environment degradation that caused by our ignorance in ecological conservation. So hopefully, at least the children have an early awareness of their future if we're not doing responsible ecological conservation. By empowering local wisdom such as jere with scientific knowledge about the impact on environment sustainability, combined with the future generations' awareness on ecological conservation, then we might still have a chance on having a future. Thank you.